What's going on, guys? I want to talk about this pinning the sleeve situation. I'm trying to talk to Dave about it, but unfortunately I don't think you really understand me, buddy. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I just don't agree with what you're saying right this second. One, you're not understanding where I'm coming from. I believe the way that you showed on your video, you were saying that on the top. So, yeah, this is a YD100. I don't have one of the regular ones, the two-piecers available right this second. So, if I was to have the head off, I understand what you're saying about milling, a flat spot for the flange itself to sit and not rotate and drop. That's the correct way. I understand what you're saying. You're boring out the cylinder to accept the sleeve is going to, in a sense, ruin your port timing and you've got to readjust. That's true, yes, but I'm not doing any of that. I'm trying to take the stock junk sleeves that don't have any flanges on them, the ones that are already put together. You take that, and my theory is that if we can down here, I mean, we don't have much material to play with, but I'm not trying to put like a stout pin or anything in there. I'm trying to put a tiny pin that'll hold this sleeve from moving left and right, or rotating and going up and down, so we don't have any issues with these things dropping, because those stock cast sleeved engines, those cylinders all drop. We know that. So what I'm figuring is, Dave, you have better numbers on how thick this wall is, because I have seen you trench some of these and do your little true transfers on the back by the intake. But shit, I forgot where I was at. All right, so basically the thickness of the wall itself plus the thickness of this, which would be the sleeve on a sleeved engine, I'm trying to drill in either down here as low as I can, keeping in regards where my piston rings and stuff are, but drilling in at one of these thicker areas on the sleeve and drilling from the inside, and then slightly going into the body itself but without protruding, and then taking the pin and setting it in through, making sure that it's recessed and the little hole is chamfered so it doesn't snag anything. That should keep that sleeve in place. It ain't no drag racing engine. It's not gonna freaking fly around, but that little bit of power that we get out of these is enough to make those sleeves drop. We've all seen it. So, I mean, I would be interested in doing one of these and experimenting. I don't have any cast sleeves that are junk right this second. And by all means, if anybody was kind enough to send a junk one that got smashed on the outside and stuff, or maybe it got scored up on the inside and shit, it's got bad port timing, whatever the case may be. But if we get a sleeved cylinder, I want to attempt to try and get a pin either down low or vice versa. When the piston would be at top dead center, we have that small amount of room above the piston ring. So when this thing's at top dead center, those rings would not be going over the top of the pin. So that's my theory. I'm just trying to make a piece of crap be reliable. That's all. Not trying to make monsters, just trying to make these things not shit the bed. You know, good 1,000 hours or something like that. I don't know how long they run, but honestly, these chrome cylinders, I run through these like crazy. I buy more cylinders than I do underwear, and it's pretty fucking bad. But, yep. Anyways, hopefully that explains what I was trying to get after, Dave. I wasn't trying to be a dick or anything, but, you know, maybe you might not agree with me or whatnot, but, you know, we're all men. We can agree to disagree. I'm not going to say anything about your motorized bike engine building skills or whatnot, but I do feel like you were saying that to me, so I'm not too quite, I'm not really cool with all that, man. Like, I don't know why you got to lash out when somebody's just trying to talk to you, okay? Hope you have a better day. Hope you feel better. I had no intention of being a dink or negative towards you. So I hope you have a better day. And everybody else who comes across this video, hopefully you guys can show me what's going on. Maybe you got a cylinder you want to swing down. If I live in Vermont, I have no problem accepting a sleeve and doing a video on this. I'll take clips of the videos and I'll put together a very documented video of how that's going together and what happens. But I just want to do this test on a junk cylinder first to see what happens, because I understand the sleeve thickness isn't that thick. I understand that the pin's not going to be that big. I'm just trying to, in a sense, keep that sleeve locked in position. I don't want to try and go milling and affecting all this other. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's not as hard as what it sounds, or like it's like. Unfortunately, it just kind of sounds like you're making it way more difficult than what the situation really is. So, all right, guys, have fun. Hopefully, you guys ride safe. Make sure you're looking both ways and stuff. Careful, roads are getting wet, slick, froze, especially up in here in Vermont. You got slick roads. I mean, you come around a corner on ice, it's not fun. But anyways, peace out, guys.